For years, Oliver Tree fooled the internet. He announced fake retirements, he staged these absolutely outrageous publicity stunts, and he literally built an entire career around making people question what was actually real. Welcome to another Explainer. Today we're taking a deep, serious look at a story about an artist who spent years perfectly blurring the line between reality and performance. We're going to examine the man behind the memes, the unforgettable art he left behind, and the shocking breaking news out of Brazil that brought the entire world to a standstill. So when breaking news started circulating across social media on June 14, 2026, you can probably guess how most people reacted. Everyone thought the exact same thing. This has to be another Oliver Tree joke. It was just this widespread, almost universal disbelief. Millions of fans worldwide completely refused to accept that the reports of a helicopter crash were actually true. You had people flooding the comment sections, just waiting for a punchline. But this time, there was no punchline. There was no big reveal. There was no comeback. Because what happened next would leave millions of fans around the world absolutely heartbroken. So the crucial question we have to ask right up front is this: why did millions of fans refuse to believe the truth? It's really the central psychological mystery of this whole explainer. Why was an entire generation essentially conditioned to doubt the reality of his death? Well, to answer that and to really understand how we consume digital celebrity today, we have to understand the man behind the character. We need to look at exactly how he built his empire. Section 1. The King of Internet Misdirection, Oliver Tree's Personas. To get why fans were so skeptical of the June 2026 news, we really just have to look back at his history of elaborate trolling. I mean, Oliver Tree Nichols spent years teaching the internet not to take everything seriously. In 2019, he sparked massive controversy by photoshopping his own face onto a memorial photo of the late K-pop idol Jonghyun. Then, in 2020, he famously faked his retirement from music entirely and claimed to have canceled his debut album, Ugly is Beautiful. In that very same year, he staged a completely fake cease and desist legal threat from Guinness World Records over a crazy stunt involving a 13-foot scooter. He cried wolf so many times, right? He created these viral stunts that were deliberately meant to provoke the public. So when the real tragedy struck, his audience was already fully trained to look for the hidden cameras. But Oliver didn't just put on funny clothes. He constructed what fans called the Olliverse. It was this sprawling, totally interconnected narrative universe. And he populated it with these highly stylized, completely fictional characters. You had Turbo with the iconic pink and purple windbreaker, the JNCO jeans, and that unforgettable bowl cut. Then you had the London high fashion designer Cornelius Cummings, and of course the cowboy persona, Shawnee Bravo. This whole thing was a massive performance art project that basically challenged everything we knew about traditional celebrity. He committed to the bit with such intensity that he completely obscured where the character ended and the real person began. Section 2. Tragedy in Rio de Janeiro. A sudden end. Beneath the masks, the digital personas, and the elaborate internet stunts, there was a stark, heartbreaking reality. We have to shift our tone now to respectfully examine what actually occurred when the final curtain suddenly fell. The date was Sunday, June 14, 2026. Oliver Tree was in South America. Shortly before 9 a.m. local time, right over the Recreio dos Bandeirantes neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro's western suburbs, two helicopters collided midair. The compromised aircraft plummeted directly into the parking lot of a BYD electric car dealership, and the secondary impact triggered a massive thermal event, fueled by the electric vehicle batteries. In a single instant, a quiet morning in Brazil turned into a global tragedy. We want to take a moment here to objectively and respectfully honor the 6 individuals who tragically lost their lives aboard those 2 helicopters. Because alongside 32-year-old Oliver Tree, the world lost Gaspar Prim, a 23-year-old Argentine YouTuber known to millions as Gatsby. We also lost independent Argentine video director Lucas Vignali, Brazilian DJ and producer Lucas Brito Chavez, and the 2 pilots operating the aircraft, Alexandra Souza and Charles Marzalac. That's 6 lives. 6 lives, instantly and unpredictably cut short. And there's this one chilling, almost providential detail to this story that we have to mention. Producer Victor Real was originally scheduled to be a passenger on that primary helicopter, but overcome by this sudden, intense apprehension about the flight, Victor backed out at the very last second. He literally arranged for a car to transport him instead, and someone else took his designated seat. It is such a sobering reminder of the razor-thin margins of fate and just how suddenly a disaster like this can happen. Section 3. Denial turns into grief. Processing the loss. As the hours slowly ticked by and reports started filtering out of Brazil, the internet's initial reaction began to shift. Millions of fans worldwide kept refreshing their feeds, basically holding their breath, waiting for Oliver to pop up online and tell everyone it was just another huge joke. Initially, they desperately searched for any proof of a hoax. Some people even started making these eerie connections to his recent music video for the song Flowers, where he's actually standing between two helicopters, viewing it as a morbid clue for another stunt. But then, the confirmation came. Major, undeniable news organizations, CNN Brazil, Reuters, Rolling Stone, they all verified the fatalities, and the crushing weight of reality finally set in. All that disbelief just evaporated. It was replaced by global grief as tributes from artists like Bibi Rexha, Whitney Cummings, and literally millions of heartbroken fans flooded social media. That moment they were waiting for, it never came. It was this profound duality that caused that massive initial wave of denial. Think about it. On one side, you have the persona, this chaotic, colorful, absurdist internet troll who practically lived for the shock value. But on the other side, the reality. Oliver Tree Nickel, a 32-year-old son to Jesse and Christine, a brother, a loyal friend, and a genuinely visionary independent artist. The internet knew the meme, but the world lost a real human being. Section 4, the legacy he left behind, an undeniable impact. We need to move now to celebrating his impact, because while his story ended far, far too soon, his footprint in music, in pop culture, and in independent artistry was absolutely undeniable. Oliver Tree's music was just as unpredictable as his comedy. He evolved from the indie electronic sounds of his 2013 debut, Splitting Branches, to this crazy genre-defining mix of alternative rock, pop, hip-hop, and country. Albums like Ugly is Beautiful and Cowboy Tears proved he was a serious musical force. He generated billions of streams with massive, inescapable hits like Life Goes On and Miss You. He wasn't just a troll, he was a hitmaker. And his dedication to his craft? It was honestly astounding. For his fourth and final studio album, Love You Madly, Hate You Badly, which, by the way, he released fully independently under his own label, Alien Boy Records, Oliver recorded the project across 82 different countries. 82. From Africa to Afghanistan, he was constantly blending diverse instruments and cultural influences into what became his most ambitious work yet. That relentless ambition carried right over to his live shows too. At the time of the accident, he had just kicked off what he called the world's first world tour. And he wasn't kidding. It was literally designed to reach all 7 continents. He even went down and performed a DJ set in Antarctica to raise awareness for climate change, recording a whole documentary while he was freezing out there. It was this unprecedented, highly experiential touring model meant to completely change how artists tell stories live. But beneath the grand, global ambitions and all those larger-than-life characters, there was a deeply grounded reality to who he actually was. In a podcast interview just months before his passing, Oliver revealed something pretty incredible. He said his will was set up to donate the entirety of his musical wealth upon his death. He specifically wanted to ensure his future children would have no silver spoon. He genuinely didn't believe the wealth he made from his music truly belonged to him. It's such a profound, incredibly real-world perspective coming from a guy who spent his career dressed up in these absurd, cartoonish costumes. So the absolute key takeaway here, the thing we really want you to remember is this. Behind every character was a real person. A son, a friend, an artist. For years, Oliver Tree made the world laugh. He took the internet's absurdity and turned it into high art. It's so easy for us to get completely caught up in the digital personas we scroll past every single day, but we absolutely have to remember the humanity beneath those memes. He was a creator who left an indelible mark on an entire generation. Which leaves us with one final, provocative question to think about. When an artist blurs the line between reality and performance so flawlessly, how do we process the heartbreak when the final curtain suddenly falls? His story may have ended far too soon, but the art, the music, and the incredible memories he created will absolutely continue to live on. If Oliver Tree's music ever meant something to you, we invite you to leave a tribute in the comments below. Share your favorite memory. And as always, thank you so much for joining us for this explainer.